Hello, everybody. It's me, George, here for a Tom Crawford update. So, this was posted on the Nine Hand Post basically it says here campaigner Tom Crawford wins court sympathy but loses the appeals against his convictions. So he loses the appeal that he asked for, where he was charged in an incident that he in March of this year, late March, I think the 27th of March, he was charged for trespassing on someone else's property, and he claimed it was still his property, which it hasn't. I thought it was kind of interesting in this article, some of the information that was given here. Right here where it says about the court heard from Barry Eckman, who paid £93,500 for the home shortly before it was due to the auction. At the time, he was unaware of the dispute. Miss Ben Erebera, I think that's how you pronounce her name, asked if you were satisfied you were the legal owner. He replied, absolutely yes. Mr. Eckman said that he had bought 250 properties in 30 years and has always used the same solicitor without problems. And then continues, we have bought houses where people have been murdered or died in them. To be honest, it would have not made any difference, he told the judge. When I read that, I started laughing my butt off. Oh my God, that was bad. And it continues, a trespasser notice, which carried the Crawford's phone number, has been posted outside the house. Mr. Eckman said, I showed it to my solicitor, and solicitor means lawyers for those people in the U.S. and Canada that may not know what that is, and then had a good laugh about it. He thought it was rubbish. Mr. Eckman said Crawford's dispute appeared to be with the banks, and that he would have handed back the property if compensated were paid. Commencing on the Crawfords, Mr. Eckman added, if he had been severely have been suffered accidentally, I hope he gets sorted out. I have no axe to grind. Crawford played the video in court referring to the case in Minnesota where a judge questioned the mortgage system where the bank loan money they do not hold. It was suppressed. The judge didn't live very much longer because it was assassinated a few months later, said Crawford. So Tom is trying to get a court case from Minnesota, from the U.S., which has nothing to do with the U.K. in the first place, because you can't sit there in the U.S. and state a case that was done in the U.K. because the judge will throw it out, because they only could sort law that is legal in the U.S. and not outside the U.S. So I don't understand why would Tom do that. And then it continues on here. During the 5 hours hearing, Crawford told Judge Coe, I believe a serious fraud has been taking place. I do not believe the bank had the right to take away my family's home. In the words of the Lord Denning, fraud unravels everything. Well, here's the problem, Tom. You didn't pay your mortgage. You paid interest. You never put any principal money towards the purchase of the house. You know that. The Gastry court case that happened last year in May, you know that, and it was proven in court. And you still think you own the house. I don't get it, Tom. I really don't. You don't seem to know what you're talking about. You keep on losing case after case after case. The only one you won is the 6-1 one, where you barely got away from that. from that situation. But this one, you haven't. And it's a clear case of trespassing, and you know that. And I hope they throw the book at you, because you don't know when to lose and move on. You can't move on. That's the problem. So let's continue on. It says Judge Coe said in the hearing, could not overturn the civil court ruling, and said that Crawford have already tried to get them charged. The civil courts decided he was no longer the homeowner. Not surprised. He responded, there is an abundance where there is a lawful excuse. I own the property, and that's my view. The judge asked him, you believe at the time the property was yours to damage? He replied, correct. Outside the court, Crawford, 65, said, now I am going to the Supreme Court. He said he would deal with the criminal charges, while the barristers were also looking at civil law aspects of the case. Oh, God. I don't understand why he's still continuing doing this. I mean, I do feel bad for him and his wife, but they did it to themselves, folks. I mean, right here, the Nottingham Post had a whole case section here explaining what happened to the Crawfords, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, and how it all happened. Okay? It's not that difficult to understand what happened here, and it just seems right here that that's all they do. It's my house. I have, laws that state that, and he can't present it, and the judge looks at it and says, if he does, it doesn't go by what happened. You trespassed. The house isn't yours. You didn't pay for it. It was legally done correctly in the courts. I don't see any way to overturn it. He didn't present any new evidence, folks. I mean, look at this. Some of the comments that they say, poor old Tom, if when the first washed up to blah, blah, blah shores, he stuck to his plan and get out of debt via the promissory note, all would have been avoided. I know it because I saw all your YouTubes. Let's see this. Oh, he's talking about the mortgage health thing. Yeah, I agree. So here's another one right here where Tom over at the forums, Get Out Free Debt forums right here, where he talked about this on the 17th. It goes into details of what he was talking about. Then someone right here, Deadbeat Dad, said, question. The original Crown Court hearing presented before a jury. Have you, Tom, ever been before a jury of your peers regarding this matter? As raw and gut-wrenching as this is right now, the courts of appeal sit to review an actual reading of the application of the law process. It is not intended to be rerun in original hearing, I understand. Of course, I may be wrong, but on the bias that I am more or less correct, unless there were glaring errors and wrong steps taken by the CPS prosecution, then the appeals had a very narrow and limited scope. In any event, it doesn't take your case either way. A successful appeals simply meaning that the prosecution made mistakes and that the court has a decision to take an appropriate action. Okay? And where is it? To here. Tom, Yes, Debbie, I have researched the Supreme Court. I only be going down to the process and matters of the course, which I've always done. For to go down to the merits of any case lies following, and that is why that all people in the persons of the tarted and with the brush of being a victorious litigates no merit. Cheers to. Why is he using all these fancy words to make himself think that he's better? And then he continues on back and forth, and then Debbie, please let me to offer a suggestion, draw a line in the action in court, blah, 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 whatever. And he continues on, and then Tom says it appears to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the final court to appeal in the UK for a civil case, and he's giving information that nobody cares to, or people already know, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. And let's see. Where was it? Yeah, it just keeps on going. I mean, there's so many other things. Even these guys, the Quatlus, talking about this on their website. Even right here, one of Crawford's faithful fan club members, Sally J. Shaw. Clearly, right, I looked at this as a way losing is winning in a way. What? Okay. If you continue to lose what you can prove eventually to the public that you will went when you went to the court time. What? That's not even proper English. And time and time again you will show these things they ignore them. Eventually all will be left and will be in the public to show the whole facts. That is one long ass run-on sentence. They think the media will protect them, but what if the media can't shy public opinion? Wink. A little motion con. Oh, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And here's a video of this guy, Jonathan Ellington. Basically, he's saying that he was talking about the Tom Crawford case that just happened, and he's saying that hopefully there's justice, but he doesn't bring anything else different, in my opinion. So, anyways, there you go. He lost the case on the appeals, and he's going to go to the Supreme Court of the UK, and we'll see what happens. And it's not looking very good for Tom, and I just wish he would let it go. And if he didn't do this one stupid thing, if he didn't go to the House, he wouldn't be in court right now. If him and Sue actually paid the actual part of the capital towards the House, or if they didn't let go of the actual endowment that they were paying, and they could have paid off the House, they wouldn't be in this situation, folks. Let's be honest. They wouldn't be in this situation. They know what they did, and they looked bad, and they're trying to find each other way. And they have people like Guy Taylor and Mike Cylon and so many other people to try to help them, and they're still losing. I don't know what else to say. Tom, if I was you, I would let it go. You screwed up. Most likely you'll get off on a sentencing, criminally, slap in the face or something. They'll just give you a parole sentence, for a certain amount of time. Who knows? They'll probably let you off really easy. My opinion, don't piss them off even more than it already is, because if you lose against the Supreme Court, that's it. You're done. You know, they could probably change their mind and just say, you know, we had enough of you. We're making you an example. You're going to jail. Don't make it worse for your wife and your kids and people in your family, everybody that you know. I know you're trying to fight for your house, but you didn't do it right. Move on. Regular, normal people do that. I believe in you fighting for other people that can't fight for themselves. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with what you're doing, the lies, the people you're hurting. And the people you're hurting are you're giving advice to others that are not actually getting results. That's the problem. So that's all I have for now. I don't want to take too long. Thought I'd just give this update. And if there's any more, I'll let you guys know. But that's it for now. Ta-ta. Cheerio is like the Brits would say. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.